The All Blacks' 2025 season has been a bit of a roller coaster, hasn't it? 10 wins out of 13 matches sounds pretty good on paper, but when you're the All Blacks, expectations are sky high. Missing out on the Rugby Championship title and that elusive Grand Slam has left a lot of fans and pundits scratching their heads, asking some tough questions. And one of the biggest question marks hangs right over the loose forwards. Former All-Black back rower Murray Mexted didn't mince his words recently. He called the loose forward situation a bloody mess. Now that is a pretty strong statement. Coming from a guy who knows a thing or two about playing in that very position for New Zealand. Mexted recalls a time when the All Blacks were so dominant in the back row that if you were picking a World 15, at least two of our guys would be at it. But now, he's not so sure. He thinks there are players from other countries who are just plain better than what we've got at. The moment. The big change at the start of the year was Coach Scott Robertson shifting the phenomenal Ardie Savea from number 8 to open-side flanker. Now, Ardie is world-class wherever you put him. But the issue has been finding the right combination to play alongside him. Robertson has been tinkering, trying to find that perfect balance. But according to Mexted, they're still fooling around with the positions and haven't found a solution yet. We've seen a whole host of names get a shot in the back row this year. Guys like Tupuvai, Wallace, Sititi, Simon Parker, Peter Lakai, and Christian Willie have all been thrown into the mix. Towards the end of the test campaign, Peter Lakai was given the number 8 jersey, while Wallace Sititi has popped up at both number 8 and blindside flanker. So what's the verdict on these new guys? Mexted says the jury's out. He acknowledges that Sititi is brilliant with the ball in hand, a real attacking threat. But he questions his work rate and effectiveness when the opposition has the ball. As for Lakai, Mexted sees him as a player with experience across the back row, at 6, 7, and 8. But he raises a crucial question. Where's his ultimate position? Mexted seems to think Lakai might eventually settle in as an open-side flanker. And if that's the case, we're back to square one, still searching for that specialist number 8. This search for a dominant number 8 is critical. Have we found one yet? Mexted doesn't think so. He suggests we either need to find a new talent coming through the ranks, or we need to start thinking outside the box and maybe even change our locks. This brings us to the blindside flanker position. We've seen bigger bodies like Tupuvai and Simon Parker have a go there, which adds some height and physicality, especially at the line-out and in close quarters combat. Mexted is a fan of this idea, having a bigger, more imposing number 6. He even threw out a name from Super Rugby, Naitoa Ah Kuoi. Chief Mexted's logic is interesting. He sees Ah Kuoi as a player who might not be big enough to be a top-tier international lock, but he's a fantastic footballer with great skills in open play. So why not transition him to blindside flanker? It's a classic case of finding the right position for a player's unique skill set, rather than trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. This whole discussion really highlights the puzzle that Scott Robertson is trying to solve. It's not just about picking the 3 best individual players. It's about finding 3 players who complement each other perfectly to form a cohesive, balanced, and dominant unit. You need the ball carrier, the breakdown specialist, and the defensive workhorse. You need line-out options, linking play, and raw power. Ardie Savea is the one constant, the one guaranteed name on the team sheet. But who partners with him? Do you go for 2 big, physical flankers? Or a more traditional setup with a fetcher and a carrier? Do you stick with Lakai at 8 and hope he grows into the role, or do you keep searching? These aren't easy questions, and as Jeff Wilson also pointed out, there are several areas of concern for the All Blacks right now where answers just haven't been found. The loose forwards are arguably the most pressing of them all. The engine room of the team needs to be firing on all cylinders if the All Blacks are to reclaim their spot at the absolute pinnacle of world rugby. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens in Super Rugby next year. The pressure is now on the players to put their hands up and demand selection. And the pressure is on Scott Robertson to finally solve this complex back row equation before the next big international window. The legacy of his coaching tenure could very well depend on it. What do you think? Is Mexted right? Is the All Blacks' loose forward situation a bloody mess? Who would be in your ideal back row to partner with Ardie Savea? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. It's a debate that's sure to keep us all talking for a while. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more rugby analysis.